So let's jump into our first color, which is going to be blue. So in your art box, if you have the color blue, go ahead and take a moment to find it. I'll be using markers, but you can use anything you have in your art box today. And we're going to use this on a few different parts for our Elsa. To start out with your blue, go ahead and color in Elsa's eyes. So you see those circle shapes for Elsa's eyes. It's very small, so just take your time, but we want to use our blue to color in Elsa's beautiful eyes with that blue color. So let's start out there first, very slowly, just to make sure we color in the lines. So very nice. So now we've colored in Elsa's eyes. How about coloring in a few of these beautiful snowflakes that we see here in between Elsa's hands? I'm going to pick the top and the bottom and use that blue right in there. And let's leave the middle one, and I'll use a different color in just a little while for the bigger snowflakes. So let's go ahead and leave that in white. Let's jump on down here to the smaller snowflake right in here and color it in as best as you can. These are very small, so it does not have to be perfect. Just do your best and forget the rest. Just have a wonderful time here at Sam's Cool Colors. So let's move on now to using this blue on some of Elsa's outfit. So right here, over here by the shoulder, we want to color this area, and let's go across the top here with that blue. So let's go ahead and color this in up to right over here where you see the side of her shoulder end. So where this design is right here, let's color it into that point, and the rest of her arm we will color it in a different color. And let's actually color in the front part right over here, this whole front part of the outfit up to the arm with the same blue. So we can color in Elsa's outfit a few different options, but today I felt like coloring it in with this blue color, and then we'll give it a different color on Elsa's arms. But you can get as creative as you want here at Sam's Cool Colors. That's the wonderful thing. So let's go ahead and finish coloring out this front part with this blue. And then over here on the right side of where her hair is, the same thing. We want to end it right here where this design is, to the side of her shoulder with that blue. So it's a little small area. You can pick wherever you decide to stop it on your coloring page. Get as creative as you want. And then right below the arm here on Elsa, let's color this in with that blue too. So just go ahead to right about here where you see this line, and then we'll color in the rest of Elsa's dress with a color that is a little different in just a little bit. Just like that. Beautiful. And we'll go to right about here. Let's leave this little line right here. Let's leave it in white, and we'll color that in just a moment. Beautiful. Perfect. So let's go on to our next color, which is going to be a light aqua. So if you have a light aqua in your art box similar to this, go ahead and grab that. If not, you can use a light blue. That will work just great. And what we're going to do is now color in actually the big snowflake in the middle. Let's start out there and finish coloring it in. This one's a little easier just because it is a larger snowflake, but it's still small. So just take your time and try to color it in as best as you can. Maybe you have a very thin marker, or you have a sharpened crayon. If you need to sharpen your crayon, you can always hit the pause button. If you need to, come right back. We'll be here. I will be here, and we can just keep going together. All right, coloring in the rest of those little snowflake pieces as best as you can. Wonderful. And now with our light aqua color, let's go on to coloring in some of the rest of Elsa's dress. So why don't we start with the arm over here? And you see that it's a slightly different color versus our blue on her dress, giving it a two-tone look. And let's try to be careful coloring around those fingers, just like that. And going up this arm, right to where the wrist is. Right here, we're going to leave the rest of that hand in white as we color that in a little later with a different color for Elsa's skin. So let's just finish coloring in the rest of this arm, and then we'll move on to the next arm. Wonderful. And let's go ahead and color in the rest of Elsa's second arm. You're doing a fantastic job today. Awesome work. Just take your time, enjoying everything that comes with coloring and artwork here at Sam School Colors. Have a fun time as we go through step by step. And let me know if you have any other characters from Disney's movie Frozen that you want to see here. We can do them step by step together in the future. We can do more Elsa pages, or we can do Anna as well. Let me know in the comments who's your favorite and if you want to see them here on the channel. So let's leave the second hand in white. And now let's color in the rest of the dress. So here we have this very thin line we left in white. Let's color in the front part here in this aqua. And let's go to the back here and start to color in to where it ends right at the bottom with this aqua, just like that. We're going to color this in and go all the way towards the back and coloring it in as we go. And now once we start to add the second color to Elsa's dress, it really starts to come to life. You see all those exciting colors working together, similar to the movie Frozen. Awesome, very nice. So let's continue to color this in. And once you're finished coloring in Elsa's dress with this color, now we can move on to our next color, which is going to be peach. So if you have a peach in your art box, let's go ahead and take a moment to get that. And we're going to use it on Elsa's skin. So why don't we start here on the left side, right where Elsa's ear is, and we can just go ahead and color around the hairline and just continue to go inside. There's some very thin lines, so I suggest just taking your time and then working around these thin lines as best as you can. Beautiful, just like that. Taking your time and then going as you go around and outlining. You see how I outline it very quickly and then I continue to go. Just a nice little tip I like to use to keep myself inside of these coloring lines, because some coloring pages have some really big lines and it's very easy, but sometimes you have some coloring pages that are really fun, but they also have some very thin lines. So I like to just color in and outline it, and like this, outline. You see how I make a little outline around the lips, just like that, and then I go in and I can color it in a little easier with that line. So now we're almost finished here with Elsa's face, and then we can move on to some of the rest of Elsa's skin. Right, once we have that in, let's go down here to the neck area with that peach, just like that, and getting very close here to the hair without going over the hair, and just coloring it in right up to where the dress starts. Now we have a few more pieces, right? Let's go to the hand right here at the top. Let's start here. We have some really thin fingers on this coloring page on Elsa, so we can just go ahead and color into where the dress is, and then moving on to our second hand right over here. Same thing, coloring right around the dress, staying within the lines as best as you can, and doing it very carefully, taking our time, having a fun time, and now getting that last finger. Beautiful. Great work, everyone. Doing a fantastic job today. So let's go on to really quickly finding the color brown. So in your art box, find the color brown, and we're going to use this on Elsa's eyebrows. So let's go right above Elsa's eyes and use this color on those thin eyebrows. So they're very, very thin. So as you can, go in slowly and just very gently just tap. You can almost just tap into those lines. You don't have to press too hard, and they'll almost color themselves in. So right here we got the left eyebrow. Let's go to the right. Beautiful. So for our next color, let's go ahead and grab a light yellow or a cream. If you have anything similar to this in your art box, let's go ahead and grab that, and we're going to use it on Elsa's long, beautiful hair. So let's go ahead here and start to color it in from the back and work our way from left to right And so if you have anything similar to that, you can also just use regular yellow. If you don't have anything that's a light yellow or a cream, sort of a cream color, you can go ahead and grab that. Feel free to substitute with whatever you have. It's going to be a beautiful page at the end, no matter what. So let's go and color in the top part of Elsa's hair. Keep going. And then we'll move on to the rest of the hair on our Elsa coloring page. Carefully moving through these lines, outlining it as I go, just like that. And I know exactly where to stop and where to color in. Beautiful. Now we have a few thin pieces right here in the back of Elsa's hair. We have some thinner lines and we want to just color right beside the ear, alongside the neck. Just keep going. Have a great time as we move along. Right here we have this thin piece of hair beside the eye on Elsa's face. We want to color that in. And let's continue to keep moving. So right here we have the rest of Elsa's hair. And we can color this in where we see this long, beautiful braid here. You can go ahead and color it in just like so, through the dress and all the way down to the very end of Elsa's hair. So now we're going to move on to our final color, which is going to be a magenta or a pink. If you have a pink or sort of a light purple, any of those colors will work, something similar to this one. And what we can do is let's go ahead and use this on the lips and also the right above the eyes and the eyelashes for our Elsa. So let's go ahead right in here, right above the eyes. Let's start there first and very lightly. Same thing we did with the eyebrows. You do not need to press too hard if you're using markers or crayons. That way the color just goes right on the page because it's a very small space. And right above the right eye, it's a very small space. So if you get a little color on there, it will do a lot for your coloring page. Let's now finish out with Elsa's lipstick. So right here in the lipstick area, let's go and color it in where the lips are, very carefully and gently, just like so. So now we finished coloring Elsa together using 6 colors.